Hello, welcome back. Thanks for coming again. I'm Mike, online basic guitar tutor. Last lesson we looked at a few basic chords. We're going to look at the rest of them basic chords and then we're going to move on from there. So in the last lesson we covered E and we covered A. Now we're going to look at G, D, F and C. Okay, so G, out of all the basic chords, this is arguably the hardest one. As you can see, you're hitting 4 strings on opposite sides of the guitar, so you know it's not too easy, but we got to go through it. So the chord is on the E string it's a 3, and the A string it's a 2. Nothing. B is a fret 3, and E is a fret 3 as well. Okay, so we're using them fingers like that there. That's pretty much, without the guitar, the shape your fingers are gonna make. So fret 3 there, 2 fingers, your pinky goes on the E string right there. Remember, like I said before, as close to the fret as possible, pointing into the guitar. Then your next finger goes on the next string up, the B string, 3rd fret. Your next finger, this finger then, not this finger, this finger goes on fret 2 of the A string, and then your last finger goes on fret 3 of the E. Okay, and when you play it together, it should sound like that, a nice G chord. Okay, that's quite a hard chord to get to grips with when you first started. I remember when I was learning guitar, it took me quite a while to get that chord, and also it takes a while moving to that chord as well. This is another thing that we're going to cover in a future lesson, is moving from one chord to another, from the A to the D to the G. You quite often get a movement from the D to the G or the other way around because of chord progressions and stuff like that, but we'll cover that a bit later. Okay, so that's the G chord. Should sound like that when you got it. Well done. Right then, we're getting through this easy peasy. Right then, the D chord, it's quite an easy chord. It's a bit like a triangle. It is. Right. With this chord, it's however you're comfortable with putting your fingers. You can put your fingers in a number of different ways to play this chord. But yeah, some people will say teaching bad habits and stuff like that. Do whatever makes you feel comfortable. Yeah, if you feel comfortable playing it that way, that's the way you play it. Your fingers are going to go in exactly the same place. Okay, so with this finger here, this finger goes on 2nd fret on the G string. This finger here, sorry, goes on the 2nd fret of the E string, low E string, high E string, sorry. And then this finger here goes on the 3rd fret of the B string. So it should look like that, and it should sound like that. The bass for that chord is the D string itself, so that is part of the chord. If you play that chord, you want to be playing that string as well, even though it's open. It's all part of that chord, right? Just to recap, so you can see that there's a chord there, 2 3 2 0 0 0. Okay, next chord is the F chord. Now the F chord is really easy. 1 2 3. That's, you know, it's self-explanatory. It's just a diagonal line. It's a diagonal line down your guitar. Right, so easy peasy this one. On the B string, fret 1, just there. On the G string, fret 2, just there. And on the D string, fret 3, just there. That is what your F looks like. Really simple. You couldn't get simple. Well, the A, I suppose the A chord's simpler, isn't it? But that's a simple chord, and it should sound like that. There are other ways of playing. Well, there are other ways of playing all these chords. We're going to cover another way to play the F a bit later. In another lesson. The C chord, and that's how it looks. Once again, 1, 2, 3. Okay, the C chord is very similar to the F chord. In fact, moving from one of these chords to the other is a bit of a dream because it's easy peasy. Basically, you can see that chord there. The numbers are exactly the same: 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But in between the B and the D, there's nothing at all. So you're just moving these two fingers up one string. So there's the F chord there. That's the F chord. Now, if I want to play the C chord, I'm just going to lift these two fingers up one string like that. So they're staying the same fret, but you just move them up one string to play the C chord. How easy is that? So look at that. Look at the effort. That's easy for me to say. And then we'll see with that, with a C and F, with a nice easy movement between them, effortless. You can then play something like Half the World Away by Oasis. I would like to leave this city. This old town don't smell too pretty. See? Nice and easy, yeah? Okay, I am Mike Murphy. You've been watching another lesson on chords. Please subscribe to anything that you can see there. Hit the subscribe button on my YouTube as well. There'll be more lessons coming out soon. I'm going to do a few today, so there's going to be quite a few going up. Thank you very much for listening. Keep going. Remember, guitar practice is time consuming. You've got to do it on a regular basis, but once you've spent enough time on it, before you know it, you're playing loads of songs and you're impressing your friends, and you're on stage at university or something like, or around a campfire singing Kumbaya, and everyone's thinking, how great is that guy? And you're thinking, yeah, I'm brilliant. Anyway, thank you. See you later. Bye bye.